Welcome back, Rabotai. We are continuing today in Siman, Aleph in Halacha Vav, in the series of Halachot of Evean Hazaer. The Shulchan Aruch begins, Noldu lo zachar unkeva. If the father had children that were boy and a girl, umetu and chas v'shom lo leinu if his children died, v'hinichu banim, but the children left children behind. Harei ze kiem mitzvah piri'ah u'revi'ah. He fulfills the mitzvah of pru urvu. B'ma devar amurim. When did we say this whole halacha? That if a father had a boy and a girl, and those children had children, that the father fulfilled the mitzvah of pru urvu, it was only stated when kishahayu b'nei habanim zachar v'nekeva. When the children's children were also male and female. Now, Rabotai, before we continue to the next piece, I did make a chart just to make it easy for us. If you guys can see over there, let me just double check because I need you guys see the whole board. Girl, okay. Okay, so we see over here like this. If the father had a boy and a girl, the girl Olenu died and the boy Chas V'Shalom died. That's why I put it in red, X. Now the Shulchan Aruch is saying that as long as the boy and the girl, they had their children, which is also a boy and a girl, we said the father fulfills the mitzvah of Urvu. Comes the Shulchan Aruch and he's going to explain to us when is that specifically that we're going to tell you that the father fulfills the mitzvah of Urvu when his children have children. It has to be in a certain order. So he says like this. So one more time, when did we say this halacha that the father fulfills the mitzvah of Urvu when his children had children? That's especially kishahayu b'nei habanim zachar u'nekeva. That's speaking about a case where his children had children where one was a male, one was a boy, and one was a female, one was a girl. Okay, now that we know, v'hayu ba'im, and they would come, mizachar v'nekeva, and they would come from both of them. The one boy, one girl has to come from the boy and has to come from the girl. We'll see why, because what happens if the boy, his son, had two sons, or a son and a daughter? Will that mitzvah count? No. It has to come from both of them. It could be even one, but it has to come from both of them. So one more time, Rabotai. When was this halacha said? Kashayu b'nei habanim zachar u'nekeva. When his children's children were a male and female. V'hayu ba'im mizachar u'nekeva. And they would come from the boy and the girl. They have to come from both. Even though shehazachar ben bito, even though the male is the son of his daughter, this boy and girl that we said that the children have to have, even though the boy is born to his daughter, v'hanekeva, and the girl bat bino is the daughter of his son, because it doesn't really matter which order. If he has a son and she has a daughter, good. If he has a daughter and she has a son, good. As long as we have a boy and a girl. So he says over here, Ho'il u'mishnei banav hem ba'im, since the boy and girl come from both of the children, Harei kiyem mitzvah piri'ah u'revi'ah. We're going to tell you that the father fulfilled the mitzvah of pru urvu. Aval, here we go, Rabotai. The next step. Aval, however, Im hayu lo ben ubat. What happens if the father Chas V'Shalom lo leinu Rabotai had a boy and a girl umetu and they both died? V'iniach, but they left children, but not both of them, one of them. V'iniach echad mehem zachar v'nikeva. One of them left a boy and a girl, or she left a boy and a girl, but he didn't have children. One of them had, one of them didn't. That means he had two children. What does the Shulchan Aruch say? He says, Adain lo kiem mitzvah zu. Still, we're going to tell you that the father did not fulfill the mitzvah of Urvu. Comes the Ramah says, what happens if the father had a boy who is a mamzer? Haya haben mamzer. What happens if the father had a son who's a mamzer? O cherish. What happens if he was a deaf mute? Shote. What happens if he was deranged? Vikatan. What happens if he was a minor, underage? Kiyem mitzvah. We're going to tell you that the father fulfills the mitzvah. So we see over here in today's Halacha in the Shulchan Aruch, we're going to stop over here, Rabotai, only because, maybe I should do it. No, I want to leave it because I want to be able to do the Berheitav with the Pitchit Teshuvah so they stay intact. Okay, so let's just do a small Hazaer. We saw today, according to the Shulchan Aruch, he said in Siman Aleph in Halacha Vav, that if the father had a boy and a girl, because that's the only time he can fulfill the mitzvah of Urvu, is that when he has a boy and a girl, and both of them are childbearing children. They have to be able to bring children to the world. So we said, what happens if the father had a boy and a girl, and they both bore children, but they chas shalom passed away? We're going to tell you the father fulfilled the mitzvah of Urvu, even though the boy is born to the daughter is born to the son. Even in such a situation, we're going to tell the father fulfilled the mitzvah of Urvu. However, what happens if the father had a boy and a girl, and the boy had a boy and a girl, and the daughter had nothing? Or vice versa. The father brought boy and a girl to the world that were childbearing children, and then the girl had a boy and a girl, and the boy had no children. Doesn't matter about the order. We're going to tell you the father does not fulfill the mitzvah of Urvu. And then we did see in the Ramah also said, what happens if the father had a son who's a mamzer, or a cherish, somebody who's deaf mute, shoted, deranged, vikatan, a minor? We're going to tell you the father fulfilled kiyam mitzvah. You're going to tell the father fulfilled the mitzvah of Urvu. Rabotai, we will stop over here with this halacha because I want to be able to build tomorrow from the Beheitav. Actually, not tomorrow, I apologize. Tomorrow's Erev Shabbat. And Erev Shabbat, I don't get a chance to record because I have other things to do. So Bezrat Hashem, B'li Neder, just understand that these recordings are done from Monday through Thursday only. Because as you guys know, I have other Gemara class that I have to give throughout the day, and that also needs preparation. But if you ever want to know, we get up at least, Baruch Hashem, we get up, B'li Anhar, Baruch Hashem, we started doing Halachot for women, Dalad Moshel Halacha, which is Rav Chaim. We started doing Evean Hazaer. We started doing the treasures of Mishnayot, and also we started doing Gemara Journey with Rashi. So basically, B'li Anhar, thank you Hashem, every single day from Monday to Thursday, 5 classes go up. So that means in the 4-day span, 20 classes are uploaded weekly. So that's a lot of classes. So therefore, you could use the Friday to learn the other classes, or maybe even to do Chazarot, and Sunday, Shabbat to Shabbat. But Rabotai, I have to prepare my stuff also for Gemara class and so on and so forth, so I cannot record on Friday nor Sunday, and Shabbat, it's self-understood, you cannot record. In any event, boys, have a great day. Baruch Adonai Olam. Amen ve'amen.